Made America great again. We got our country back. Very big victory. I'm going to hide my hat so people sit down today. I want to go interview some liberals, get a little bit of a reaction from everybody, and some of the conservatives too. Get a sense of the climate in New York City after a historic election. Big victory. We were up until about 2:30 last night. Kamala Harris gave her concession speech. She admitted loss. She gave victory to Trump, something that Hillary Clinton never did. So Donald Trump is officially president-elect. Let's see what New York thinks about this. Would you like to be on the 1 Minute podcast? Come sit for a minute while you wait for the train. How old are you?
I'm 15. Oh, I'm about to be 16 though, so it's okay.
What do you think about Trump winning the election?
It's not good. No, everybody in school, oh my gosh, everybody was so depressed. Like everybody was like, ooh, and all the you can tell that all the teachers wanted Kamala to win, and so it was just weird. And all my friends have been very worried about about him winning and stuff like that. Now that he's won, it's a little weird.
You don't think your teachers should keep their politics out of the classroom?
I mean, they didn't really specify, but I'm pretty they didn't say anything. They just said, oh, that I know today's a little weird and that stuff has happened and this and just that, and that if you need anyone to talk to, that we can there's a lot of people in the building and you can just talk to us in general. So they just keep their opinions.
Why do you think it's bad that Trump won?
Because I feel like he's not really benefiting a lot of people, mostly just big corporations and stuff like that, his friends, people who are rich and have money and are white, and not women at all, in any way, shape, or form. I just feel like we're
Why is he anti-woman?
Because he's taking away abortion rights, right? And or he's trying to, and just a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna say a lot because I don't know specifically. I'm not very knowledgeable on that subject. But all I know is that it's not very beneficial.
Do you think that abortion is good or bad?
I feel like women should have the choice to about abortion. They should have the choice to get it. If their life is in danger, I feel like it's an appropriate thing to do.
What if it's not in danger and they just got pregnant?
That's up to them.
It's up to them.
It's whatever they want to do. It's their body. Their choice.
Okay.
It's whatever they want to do.
It's my body. Should I be able to push somebody into the train tracks?
No.
It's my body. I can use it.
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Of course.
You can. I know that's against the law. I can't actually kill someone.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna
Okay. Are men and women equal?
Not exactly.
You don't think so? Why not?
Because because a lot of men, they're a lot very superior, and especially in jobs, work environments, they get paid more, they're treated better and stuff like that. So, of course, that's not the case for everything, but it's just,
So the people in your school are really upset?
I don't know exactly, everybody, but I know my friends are, and yeah.
Why'd you want to come sit down today? You're very, you seem happy though, regardless of the result.
I'm just trying to be positive, things happen, can't really do anything about it. I can't vote, or this is, I wasn't able to, I didn't have any part in this, so.
So what do you want to see in the next 4 years?
Just more equality, more rights for women, people of color, people LGBTQ.
What rights, because I'm a person of color too, what rights do we not have that we need to have?
I'm not really sure. But yeah, just more equality, I guess.
I'll be real. See, that's what New York wants you to think. It wants you to think Kamala's a good person and all that stuff, and she's gay rights, people of color. It's equal. There's already equality here. And what's really important when it comes to the president is how we are treated geopolitically, how other countries view us. Other countries did not view Kamala as a serious candidate, and they actually respect Trump. So I think it's a big win, regardless of what a lot of people are going to think here.
Okay. Yeah.
But I respect your opinion too.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, thanks for coming on. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
What's your name?
Noor.
What do you think about Trump winning the election?
Oh God. I think I expected it.
Thank you. What do you think?
I expected it, to be honest.
Did you vote?
I didn't because my husband was sick, so I couldn't get out of the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But you guys should have voted.
Who did you want to win?
Oh, I didn't like either of them. So I was gonna vote Green Party and then just see what happens. I don't think Kamala had the unity for her to win, or any good policies that would get people on her side.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think that the country's going to be better or worse off now that Trump's in office?
I don't know. Because I guess as an economist, he probably has some policies that are good for America, but I don't know socially if he's what America needs right now.
Are men and women equal?
No.
Yeah, of course.
In what sense?
With equal rights.
Intelligently, right? Everyone has the opportunity to be equally educated, you know, not physically, but
Do we have equal rights?
we should.
Do you think Trump is oppressing that? Because to bring it to context, most of the women think that like they're afraid now. They're like, oh, he's anti-woman, he's this, because they can't get abortions.
Rights and all that. Yeah. I mean, he is against reproductive rights, right? So.
Are you pro-abortion or anti-abortion?
I think the government shouldn't tell us what to do. So I guess pro. I guess pro-choice.
Wow.
Pro-choice. Not that I personally would say get an abortion, but I don't think the government has the right to come and say whether to get it or not. I think that's a decision that should be made with the family.
Why this decision? Why not something like they tell us that we can't murder? Why are we not allowed to murder, but we're allowed to have abortions?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, murder is just personally, I don't think abortion is right, but I think that's from like a religious point of view, and if someone doesn't necessarily subscribe to my religion, then I shouldn't force them to believe in my beliefs.
Okay. So how should they decide whether to make laws?
I don't know. There are certain things that should stay a personal choice. Right? Like we know drinking is bad for you, but people they're allowed to drink, right? That's a choice that you made, right? I as a Muslim don't eat pork, but I'm not going to tell everyone in America not to eat pork because I don't eat pork. So just because I don't believe in abortion doesn't mean I'm going to tell the whole country no, you can't get an abortion.
Okay, that's fair.
You know?
So you believe in it?
I believe in like a separation of state and religion. That's why we're in America.
Yeah.
If you're in the Middle East, that's different, right? That's different depending on where you are.
Not even a lot of places in the Middle East anymore.
Yeah.
The Middle East is changing.
Yeah.
But you believe in obeying the law of the land.
Yeah.
Okay, but now so what do you personally believe? Do you think the law should allow abortion or no?
Personally? Oh, that's tough. It should allow it, yeah. I still think they should give people the choice. If I personally was debating whether I should get an abortion or not, or if one of my friends was, I would advise them not to, but she should have the choice. You know what I mean?
Okay. So,
I'm thinking about why you need to do abortion. It's bad for women's health. I think government shouldn't allow this. But sometimes you need to do these things for emergency for some women. For that purpose, you can allow it. I'm not gonna say we should allow it because it's bad for society, bad for their health. But Allah gives us freedom to do whatever we want. We should obey to Allah. Theirs is no choice.
are most of your friends pro-Kamala or pro-Trump? I'll ask her.
I think it's actually split.
Split?
Well, nobody's pro-Trump, but everyone's like either pro-Kamala and some people are like not on either party at all. Some people are just Green Party. I don't think anyone's pro-Trump.
How do you think Trump views Muslims?
Sorry?
How do you think Trump views Muslims?
I feel like he definitely has bias against Muslims. But yeah, I think he thinks of us as immigrants. Probably the way he views other immigrants is probably how he views Muslims. You know?
He boxes us in the same category. He probably boxes us all.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure he has. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you. What's your name again? Nora?
Noor.
Thank you for coming on. Luchis, how are you feeling about the election?
I'm not feeling good.
Why is that?
Because, not the person who I voted for.
Okay. Why did you not vote for Trump?
I didn't vote for Trump because I really don't support people that tend to support white supremacy.
Okay. Don't you think every president you could probably label as a white supremacist in American history?
No.
Who do you think wasn't a white supremacist?
Kamala was. don't think Kamala is. I don't think Barack was.
Okay. I mean, they did bomb a lot of countries. Like, regardless if they're white supremacists or not, didn't Obama bomb the Middle East and Africa pretty heavily? More than Trump did.
I mean, our country's supported by white supremacy, period. So the best thing I can do, the safest thing I can do that makes me feel more comfortable is to vote for somebody who looks like me, period.
Are you Indian?
No, I'm black.
You're black?
I'm black. I'm also British Indies.
Okay. What's one policy that you like from Kamala Harris?
It don't matter. I'm not political. I just voted.
Because she looks like you.
Basically.
Okay.
And then, and just, Trump was really disrespectful. So, I don't disrespect other people. I'm not going to vote for anybody who does, period.
Who did he disrespect?
Well, aren't you Hispanic?
No.
You're not? What are you?
I'm Filipino and black.
You're Filipino and black. Well, I seen him disrespect Mexicans.
He won almost the majority of the Hispanic vote. It was like 45% in his favor.
It's bamboozled. A lot of Hispanics in this country have been kissing white people from the beginning. That's what they do. They do it in our face. Because a lot of Hispanics believe that they're white.
Yeah. Why do you think white supremacy is bad?
Why do I think white supremacy is bad? Because you don't know about slavery?
Of course.
Right, so slavery.
I don't think slavery, do you think slavery's going to come back?
It don't matter. If you're that type of person, even think like that, to where you can treat a black person like that, or a black person, or someone who you feel is just the fact of trying to make someone feel inferior, like as if you're superior, you got a problem. Because I'm coming from a point where I believe in God. So really, all of this goes anyway.
Yeah. Okay, but until Trump was in office, what white supremacist policies did he enact?
Trump did a lot of bull. Just his mouth is disrespectful. He wasn't professional. Trump doesn't sound too intelligent. He doesn't sound too intelligent.
Compared to Biden, you don't think so? Biden wasn't able to slur his sentence together.
Nah, he sounds about like George Bush. But even George Bush, it seems like he had a lot of politicians in his family. So it was more like a family thing. For the most part, yeah. It's 1 minute.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you, Blue Cheese.
All
right. What did you think about the election? Are you happy with the result?
Yes, I am.
You voted for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you say that proud. A lot of people are afraid to say that.
I'm not afraid to say it. In fact, yesterday I was hanging out with my mom, taking the subway to a doctor's appointment, and I was reveling in it, before it even happened. I was listen loud, everyone around, come on and hear me say this. If you want to have the same fate for the Afghanistan women, if you're a feminist and want that, those are contradicting terms, so.
Are you a feminist?
Yes, I am. I'm not a third-wave feminist, but I'm definitely a good old-fashioned, first, second. And I think that the worst rights of women are abused in the Middle East, so I am scared of Islam, and I'm not afraid to say it either.
What's scary about Islam?
The way they treat women in the Muslim-majority countries where Sharia law rules. And gay people, too. I love gay people. If I was gay, and I'm a woman, I'm not gay, but if I was gay and I'm a woman, I would be especially not into that. I don't even really love the idea of trans and kids, but I still want trans people to not be dragged by their feet from the backs of motorcycles in public.
Yeah. So what do you think should be done about the Muslims in America?
I don't think we should deport them, but if they're saying out loud they hate America, I think we need to take note of that and do better ideological screenings before we even let people come in as immigrants. My great-grandparents came here. They survived the Holocaust. I'm proud to be Jewish and American and the descendant of immigrants. This is an immigrant-built country. And the thing is, immigrants, the whole idea of immigration and people being pro-immigrant is that they were once saying that because they wanted people to come here
and contribute to the country. Now people just want to come to the country and benefit from everything. And it's like, you want to benefit from it, but like, you have to give and take, like, give some to get some. Don't just come in, accept a hotel room, and steal all the resources of black people. Because that's really what they're taking from the most, the black people.
Don't you see most of the people that say they hate America, the Kamala voters, the liberals? I don't really think it's the Muslims.
What did you say?
Don't you think most of the people who say they hate America are the liberals, the Kamala voters?
Look, to be honest, like, if like you're sensitive about the Muslim comment, like, I get it.
No, I'm not sensitive. I'm just asking.
But like, when it comes down to it, it's like a lot of Muslim people are voting for Kamala. Like, to outrule the fact that a lot of her voters are Muslim based, I would be like disingenuous to yourself.
But also, 79% of Jews in America voted for Kamala. Why were you one of the minority Jews?
Well, that's not an accurate statistic.
What do you think the stats are?
I'm starting to feel like this interview is a little bit slated, but that's okay. I'll tell you this. There are a lot of left-wing Jews. There's a lot of self-hating Jews. Karl Marx, dad was a rabbi, hated Jews.
Yeah.
You can look at Bernie Sanders. A lot of Jews in general are very political. Do I think that's a good thing? You could look at people like Dennis Prager and Ben Shapiro on one side, and you can have a lot of other Jews on the other side. The point is, Jews overrepresent in a lot of areas, and that just puts a giant target on our back. So I am scared to be Jew in this country right now. I just hid my Jewish star right before I came to do this interview. I'm proud, but I'm scared as hell. And if you don't think that's a reality for us, you're mistaken.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of like getting assaulted like I was once at my job for saying that I'm like pro my people's indigenous right to self-determine in their homeland. Like, I got beat up in work for that and fired.
You got fired for that?
Yeah, for getting assaulted. So when I was like really young, going to synagogue, walking to synagogue, my dad got punched by somebody. He's like wearing his like full rabbi regalia. My dad is a rabbi, like, and he got punched in the street. We're a huge recipient of hate crimes in the city, so that's why I'm scared.
So as a Jew, what do you like about Trump?
Well, first of all, his daughter is Jewish. She converted to Judaism. Her kids are Jewish. And he was the most pro-Israel president of our time. And yes, I'm a Zionist. Of course I am. The country's smaller than El Salvador, for God's sake. And we bought most of the land that we live on. Like, we bought it. We, like, have evidence that we bought it. So it's like, it's not like we're stealing it or occupying it. In fact, why, in the case of Israel, is 30% of, like, the population Arab? If we're an apartheid state and we want to genocide everyone.
30% is what?
Arab.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not an apartheid state, but somehow everyone seems to think that, and that's just like a giant target on my back because people think I'm like a genocidal person just for being Jewish.
Okay, so what do you think the solution is? Because there's this genocide happening.
Well, there was a genocide attempted on October 7th, and it was successful to the point where 1,200 people were killed, and 150 were taken hostage. 100 are still hostage right now. Maybe like 200 are taken hostage. It's hard to count because, you know, once the people are gone, it's like, well, anyway. But yeah, the genocide that was attempted on October 7th, what do I think of it? I think it's despicable. I think all the people that are going out there and saying that it's okay, that like this is like liberation, that this is freedom fighting, are some of the most disgusting human beings on planet Earth. I love Palestinian people as much as the next guy. I think they should be like living free, like they do in Israel, by the way. 30% of the population Arab, Palestinian identifying people who benefit from all opportunities. But you know,
that's why Israeli government giving the opportunity to our people, Palestinian people, and that opportunity is get out from your home. This is our homeland. You cannot live here, so get out from here. Go from here. Go from my homeland. That's the opportunity they're giving to those people, to Palestinian people.
What's funny? All the Palestinians that are living in Lebanon and living in Jordan and living in all the surrounding countries that receive way less freedoms than they do in Israel, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Muslim on Muslim crime. Just like a lot of people don't care about black on black crime. They want to make the white person the main oppressor. And I'm sorry to tell you, that's a white obsession.
It's a white obsession.
But then white people think they're the cause of all the problems. It's like you have a complex. You think you're the cause of all problems, but what if black people in America think that their problems are actually coming from within their own communities, but you're guilting them into saying that about themselves? You're telling them to be ashamed of saying that. There's no shame in reality. The truth is the truth. Own it and be proud of like who you are. But at the end of the day, I think that we need to start caring about interracial, like, or not like, it's not interracial, but I should say like race on race crime. Like, if you're a Muslim committing acts of murder and like heinous evil acts against other Muslims, people should care about that if they're Muslim, but they don't.
That's not a race.
You're right. Arab.
Right though.
And by the way, I'm not gonna say that like all Muslims are Arab or all Arabs are Muslims. Everyone can be like a Muslim if they wanted to. That's why I have no problem saying I have a problem with the religion, because it's a religion. You can critique a religion. If somebody wanted to come here and critique Judaism for the story of Cain and Abel and say, oh, that story has issues with it and I don't like the messaging it's giving, that's fine with me. If I have a critique against extreme Islam, I can say that. Anyway, this is my train.
All right, thank you. Wait, but aren't you, you guys were anti, right?
No, we're just anti-Israel. We don't want them. We don't want Trump to blow up Iran. You know.
Did you guys not? Did you vote for Trump or no?
I voted for Alexander Hamilton.
So why do you have a MAGA hat if you voted for Angela? Why do you have a MAGA hat?
I just don't want to see him put in prison. You know, I don't want a black woman to be president, but at the same time, I don't want to blow up Iran. But at the same time, I don't want to see my GOAT, Trump, be bankrupt.
What if he's a GOAT? Why didn't you vote for him?
Because he's not goated enough for now. The rhetoric is not goated. The campaign is not goated. It's like Kushner, you know, these are not goated people. The policy's not even goated, you know what I mean? Like,
but you seem happy about the result.
Yeah.
So I don't get why you wouldn't vote for if you prefer him, why not vote for him?
I prefer him not being like, his life being ruined. I prefer his legacy not being ruined, you know? Because imagine if he lost to like a black woman, you know?
Yeah, man, imagine if that was up to you because you didn't vote.
I don't know. I don't think it could have been up to me.
I thought it was silly, but there was just, it's funny that you come on. I just had a hardcore Zionist just sit down.
Wait, what?
I just had a hardcore Zionist just sit down right before you.
She was Jewish?
Yeah, she was like, all for October 7th, blah, 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 like Ben Shapiro talking points right before.
This is why women got to be put in prison, you know? Like, for real, they can't, they're retarded. They just cannot. And the crazy thing is, like, look, I'm not voting because it's like, I'm totally suspicious of the admin. Like, all the personnel, all the people that hire the people to work under Trump, they're all Jewish Zionists too. So it's like, it's all tapped. So I can't really, like, I don't have confidence that they're gonna make everything right. You know what I mean?
Not a confidence they can't. What do you think is going to happen in the next 4 years? Or what do you want to happen in the next 4 years?
What do I want? I mean, I want the obvious. I want like mass deportations, stability in the Middle East. Basically, no wars in the Middle East. We want the economy to be good. We want less legal immigration. People talk about illegal or want less legal, but like Silicon Valley, they gave Trump like $12 million, and he's going to bring in all these Indians so that Google and the universities can be propped up. So, you know, but what I want to happen is those things, but you know, I don't think that's going to happen. But you know, it depends who's maneuvering in what way in the administration. So we don't know yet, you know, because it's not totally homogenous there.
So what do you think we should be doing right now? Because I think what this election showed, I'm wondering if you agree, put a lot of power in the hands of like independent media, the streamers, the podcasters, YouTubers, and all these people.
Small Twitter
accounts, all that. So what do you think we should be doing? What should we be pushing?
Us independently?
Yeah, people with prominent accounts. Like,
they gotta just really, all they can do now is tell the truth, you know, because we got the big opportunity from Elon. Maybe not me, because like I'm like a nobody, but you know, like people like you just tell the truth. You say what you believe, and everyone with influence just kind of has to help each other out, you know, because like all the power, like even with Elon, like Twitter is not that much. Twitter is like way better, but like all the power that's like going across like the White House, the Capitol, like finance, tech. Like it's all the same people. It's all the same people wanting to go to war with Iran. They want to they basically want to ruin America for their benefit. So it's like, you know, all people can really do is use their skills, use their talent, use their influence to just do the right thing, tell the truth, you know.
Okay. Do you think we should be boastful, or should we be What's the attitude that people on the right wing should have?
They should just be cautious, because like the GOAT said, like Trump is going to get in, and because he won, they're going to legitimize him. They're going to make it look like, oh, war with Iran based, legal Indians, infinity Indians in America based. It's like, no, that's not like based. That's bad for America. They think it's like, oh, war is cool. Well, who's saying war is cool? It's all these like Zionists that like should be deported to Israel or to like the sun. You know what I mean? So, like people got to watch out for all this stuff, because all this stuff, all these words, all this stuff they're saying on Twitter, like these Anon accounts that like come from Tel Aviv, like they have an interest. They all have an interest. He talked about that once. He said that like it's not just like the TV you see on the news. It's all these like Twitter accounts with 20,000 followers that got all this engagement. They're all being followed by like J.D. Vance. I remember J.D. Vance when he got picked to be Trump's VP. He started immediately following all these like small Zionist accounts, you know what I mean, pushing for war with Iran, and it's like.
I mean, in his speech, didn't Trump say that he wants to start? And he said, "No more wars, no more wars."
Which speech?
His victory speech yesterday.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think if he's really going hard against like it, I think if he's going hard against like it, that lobby, that interest group, I think they might try to use the media against him, like they do with anything. And media is powerful because Trump likes to be liked, even by like the New York Times, which is liberal, Washington Post, all of that. So really, people just got to be careful, be cautious, don't get tricked by these like sensational moments. Even if he's winning, but I'm happy he won because but.
Do you think the Zionists are backing or were backing Kamala more or Trump more? Because there's a lot in the MAGA base. There's a lot.
I think Trump, because he was more vocal against. He was more vocal against like Iran and and Hamas and.
I saw some stats saying that Jews 79% voted for Kamala.
Yeah, but they're all liberal in America, Like they're not. People say, oh, they're like Hasidic religious Jews. Like they're all like liberal. They all vote Democrat because they're all pro-gay, pro-immigration, and because they support that stuff because it fractures the country, makes them feel more comfortable, makes it more diverse, makes it hard for people to notice them. So. It is what it is. I don't, you can't blame them. I mean, this is inevitable for who they are. They're diaspora people, but, I don't think the Jews that vote like 71% Democrat or even like, I don't think they matter as much at this point. I think it's just about the elite one. I mean, they all matter because there's a milieu, there's a cultural milieu. That's why they act the way they do. But the ones that matter is like the elite ones. The ones around Trump, the ones around money and tech, especially tech, because AI is like powerful, So,
who do you think deserves the most credit for the Trump victory last night?
Most credit, him. He deserves the credit.
Besides him,
no, he deserves all the credit. Because if people say it, if you wrote it in a book, you wouldn't believe it. It's like a political miracle that he even won. I forget another president long ago did that. He lost, won again, and it's like he also did it where there was election fraud. He was going to become broke. He's going to go to prison. All of that. So, like, I think he just deserves all. I would give him all the credit. I don't, I know, and there's a lot of support. But
sounds like you should have voted for him.
No. I'm not voting for war with because if I vote and we get war with Iran and I get drafted, I die. It's like I look like an idiot. How old are you?
26.
Oh, well, you can't get drafted, so you're good.
Let's go. Hey, good to see you again, man. Thanks for coming on.
I'll see you around.
Are you a feminist?
Feminist? What does that mean? Like I know what it means, but like in terms of me.
Yeah, would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Not necessarily. I would say like for sure.
I'm feminist.
Women have their own choice.
Islamically.
I don't want to control them at all, but nah, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, are you happy with the results? Do you think it was good that Trump won?
I mean, I don't really necessarily care for politics. I mean, but no, honestly, I feel like, especially with like the raid on, I forget what date it was, but like when they raided I think it was the White House.
Mar-a-Lago.
Say that again?
It was Mar-a-Lago they raided.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, no, I'm not too happy about it. Honestly, I feel like Camila should have won simply because I feel like she has better morals, and why would you be voting for a convicted felon?
What are her morals?
I don't know, honestly. I feel like, because again, like I'm not too educated on it, but if I did vote, because I'm not of age yet, but if I did vote, I would say I would most definitely go with Camila simply because I feel like it's the greater choice, you know?
Why?
It's actually a good question. I feel like I would go with Camila simply because everyone else is doing it. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
If everybody was gonna jump into the train tracks, would you do that too?
Nope.
Okay. What do you want to see in the next 4 years now that Trump's gonna be the president?
Equality, bro. Honestly, like just where everybody can do their own thing peacefully, and when everybody can just, I don't know. I honestly just want peace, for real. Like all this politics bull. Like I really feel like it doesn't really make a lot of sense, you know? Because there's always gonna be higher ups and higher ups and higher ups, and there's always gonna be middle class and like lower class people, you know. But at the end of the day, like I feel like everybody should just join together collectively as one, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's one human race, you know, and we're all fighting for survival.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Are you happy with the election result? Trump won.
A little bit. Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like, honestly, like some immigrants do bring violence, but like at the same time, like it's like, you know, like there's some immigrants who are like good people, but like, you know, there's like also bad. So like with the good and bad, you can like, it's kind of hard to choose between the two, you know?
Well, I mean, Trump is legal. He wants legal immigrants. Are you a legal immigrant or are you an illegal immigrant?
I'm not an immigrant. I'm a citizen.
You're a citizen?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a feminist?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. How would you describe yourself as a feminist?
I'm pro-choice and pro-rights, women's rights.
Okay. Why are you pro-choice?
Because I feel like any woman should be able to have like their own choice or say in like abortions or whatever they want to do. And if you don't want to do it, then just don't do it. I feel like it's as simple as that.
Should I have the choice to push somebody into the train tracks?
That's different from an abortion.
How?
Because an abortion, it's like you're like, they're not born yet. They don't know like right from wrong. Like they don't have any rights. They don't know their rights. They're like fetus. Like they don't know what. Like they don't know anything. They're like, you know.
Okay, it's a little hard to hear you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Dolly, Trump won. Are you happy?
I mean, yeah, I prefer him rather than Kamala, but I don't know too much about politics.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Did you vote?
I did vote.
Who you voted for?
I voted for Trump.
You did?
Yeah.
What did your friends think about that? You're a woman of color in New York.
All right, so I honestly lost a lot of my friends that are more like, I would say liberal and left wing. But I got radically saved by Jesus, so I'm Christian, so a lot of my views, they were already changing before that. Because I would watch people like Andrew Tate, and my best friend thing, I called her. She loves you, but she's not answering.
It's too bad, it's okay. I'll say it. What's her name? Jennifer, how are you? Okay, what do you like about Andrew Tate?
Okay, what I like about Andrew Tate is that he doesn't care about what people are saying about him. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna speak truth. And he's so smart. Like, if you know how to articulate yourself, and number one, him and Tristan. I love the fact that Tristan Tate reads a lot too. And like, they just put all that information out there. And when you have a genuine conversation with him, you'll be like sitting across from him. He'll know that he's smarter than you, but he won't rub it in your face. And I like that because I like to. So
you don't sound like a stupid person. I think you undermine yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Are you a feminist?
No, bro.
Why not?
Bro, I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in that.
Do you think that
if it was my preference, I would want to be at home with a husband who provides for me, with kids, taking care of my kids, homeschooling my kids. That would be my preference.
SNEAKO, like it, bro. Like it.
But they don't want to admit it because a lot of men, I feel like men need to step their game up. And also too, I feel like men are pushed into this like little shell because of the way society is. Like society is really after our men, and it's spiritual too, bro. It's spiritual. So there are demons behind these people, behind these agendas that want to kill the voice of men. And that's why men are way too far to, I'm not gonna say the right, and no offense to you, but like the red pill side. Cause I pray that Andrew Tate one day he settles down with just one woman. I feel like society would just be way happier if it was just one man, one woman in the traditional household with Jesus at the center.
So what do you think men should be doing?
Okay, I feel like men should humble themselves before God and ask God for guidance and ask the Lord to reveal himself to him, because that's what I did. I got on my knees, I got on my knees and I said, Lord, if you are Jesus, show me, because I did not believe in Jesus Christ. Oof. I was literally on the verge of converting to Islam because I did not believe in the Trinity. I didn't believe in any of that. And my best friend, who's not answering, was sending me a Christian testimony, and I thought, this is so stupid. But I kept watching it, and I got on my knees, and I said, Lord, if you're Jesus, show me. And my addiction to marijuana went away. I was homosexual. I was bisexual. I was very gay. Very gay. That one, yeah, very gay. Like, I kept telling myself I was bisexual, but it was very hard to be with guys. And the Lord took that away from me. And he didn't do that condemning me, judging me, but the closer I saw after Jesus, the more and more of those sinful desires went away. So I will encourage every guy, go after the one who made you, and everything else will come onto you. Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added onto you, including you. So I'm praying for you and the Tate brothers.
SNEAKO is now
and all of you.
in right path.
Thank you so much for coming on.
All right.
What's your name again? Dolly.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I'm Jewish myself, so like I'm biased to the topic, you know. But I want to know, what's your problem with Israel? Like,
they're committing genocide right now.
Yeah.
And I don't like genocide. It's my problem.
I'm pretty sure that any attack they drop, they warn the people that live there about it.
What?
Oh. I'm pretty sure that Israel warns the people before they drop the bombs.
They warn people?
Yeah. They do.
When they put bombs in phones, they didn't warn anybody of that. Are you calling someone?
No.
That's the reason IDF became moral military in this world. I got my answer why they are moral army.
On FaceTime with someone, but no, they didn't put bombs in phones. They put it in pagers, and that was directly targeted at Hezbollah.
Okay, regardless if they warn people, genociding people is still genocide. You can warn someone before you genocide, it's still genocide.
They tell people to evacuate. They're the only military that alerts the population that they're about to attack.
Yeah.
So
they move refugees to Rafah and they still bomb Rafah. Every refugee camp they keep bombing civilians without telling them to.
That I was not aware of, but I'm obviously biased because I'm an Israeli Jew, but you're entitled to your own opinions. So it's a pleasure talking to you, meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a fan of you. I didn't know any of this until my group chat just told me. I sent the picture of you. They're like, bro, this, that.
I don't hate Jews. I have a problem. Israel's committing genocide right now. It's undeniable at this point. It's been going on, well, really since 1948 with the Nakba, but ever since October 7th, it's been relentless genocide. It's over 30, and it's mostly children in Gaza. The average population, they're under 45. These are very young people. They're bombing hospitals. And they said Yahya Sinwar was in the tunnels, for example, the leader of Hamas, who they just assassinated a month ago. He was found above ground. They said he had shields of people, of the people he kidnapped apparently, but he was alone. He was fighting. So they bomb hospital for no reason.
That's crazy. Okay.
But yeah, I'd recommend looking into this stuff more. But I would like to say, like, it's not a problem with Jews. I think that's people make the mistake.
Yeah, you're not anti-Semitic.
I'm not. Well, Semitic people a lot of them are Palestinian. So it's being anti-Jewish. I'm not. I have a beef with that and Netanyahu, and a lot of Jews are against Netanyahu and what the Israeli state's doing.
Yeah. Okay. So pleasure talking to you and meeting you.
It's good that you have an open mind.
Yeah.
If we want to convince more people, we can't be hateful or like we can't have any animosity towards guys like Yoni. He came in with an open mind, you know, looking at the dialogue, and he's looking to learn more. So if we come in angry, and that's where the problem is, and a lot of people said that I'm a sellout because I started, you know, I'm saying I love Jews. I have no beef with Jews. I don't, and there's a lot of people that think that that's a, like, but the beef is specifically with Israel and what they're doing, right? It's not with all these people. Guys like Yoni are not responsible. What did he do? So until we can have this conversation without anger, with love speech, I don't think we're going to change this narrative in this country. All right, Trump won. Are you happy?
I am neutral. That he, you know,
He's neutral.
had to pick the lesser of two evils. Is there a lesser of two evil? I have no idea, but you know, I'm whatever about it. Hopefully the gas goes down, dude.
I think it will. That's going to be a big one.
I know a lot of people are going to be upset at that, but you know, it is what it is. We all have our own views.
How do you think your friends view this election and Trump?
Depending on which friends you're talking about, I have a life down south in Florida, and I have a life up here. So my friends up here, all majority want Kamala to win, but all my friends down south are absolutely rooting for Trump.
Are you from down south or New York?
I'm from both. I live half the life here, half there, but I'm currently stationed here. I just came back from Florida like 2 days ago. So.
Oh, okay. So did I. Yeah, from Miami. Well, live in Miami.
I'm from Ocala, the middle of nowhere, but you know how it is.
Did you vote?
Absolutely did.
For Kamala?
I voted third party, brother.
For Jill Stein?
I honestly, I couldn't choose which one I wanted. I wanted to be a dick and choose Trump, but I also wanted to be a dick and choose Kamala, but I couldn't be a dick at all. So I had to choose third party this time.
Well, which third party candidate?
I literally, it says third party, and I circled that. So whoever that evil motherfucker is, I hope you're happy.
What do you want to see the most in the next 4 years while Trump's president?
Gas prices going down, cost of living going down, hopefully, cost of food going down, hopefully better help for our veterans, better help for our people with mental health issues, better help for women, and you know, then Sleepy Joe came in and kind of swept us out, but hopefully he comes in and does what he has to do. So I'm putting my faith in him. Putting my absolute faith in him.
Hey, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate that. Great to meet you. Nice to meet you. Boom. How long you been modeling?
2 years.
Well, didn't like that world too much. It's very weird.
I know, it definitely is.
Yeah.
There's some masculine side, but there's also like a really feminine side that I don't really like.
Yeah, it's dominated by gay men, that industry.
Yeah, pretty much. But
who did you vote for?
I voted for Trump.
Are you happy?
I am. Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, a lot of people around me aren't, but
you
know, I just gotta keep it low key. It's like I did vote for him, but I think the country's gonna be in a much better place now that he is in there.
What do you want to see the most in the next 4 years?
In the next 4 years, I definitely think that the economy, for one, like the price of everything has gone up so much to where it's like that's why America really flipped this year, I think. But I think the price of gas, I think the price of just goods in general for like the regular average Joe that's going to work and goes to the grocery store, everything will be a lot cheaper now. Drill. So I think, with Trump now, a lot of stuff that he's going to start doing is going to like flip a lot to make the average American put more money in the average American's pocket, I guess, per se.
How are people around you reacting to the results?
I mean, I have a girl that I'm talking to that's like very, very far left, all day bawling her eyes out, like, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. It's like,
isn't it funny how girls like that end up dating guys like you?
I think so, yeah.
Right. They're never attracted to the far left dudes.
Yeah, and if they are, then they also have another boyfriend, right?
Yeah. So how are you going to indoctrinate her?
I mean, she believes in a lot of the same stuff that I believe in. I think the only thing really is just like the whole thing with immigration. So her family is like mostly illegal. But I have like a certain political view on immigration. I feel like we should deal with what we have now in the United States, but also build a good vetting process to where like, illegal immigrants just aren't coming over like crazy. But her whole thing was just like, my family is illegal and like he's just gonna ship us all back. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they shouldn't be here.
Are you gonna console her, or do you feel?
She's legal, but her family isn't.
You feel bad for her?
Kind of. I mean, there's like obviously that small percentage of like issues in the world that like, or in the country that are like, you know, that kind of sucks. But you gotta like, you're not supposed to be here. Like you gotta, you know what I mean?
Get them out.
You gotta get them out, bro.
Gotta hit the hay.
You gotta hit the hay.
Yeah.
But
is it? Who else have you seen? What other reactions have you seen? I'm trying to get a measurement of the climate.
I mean, to be honest with you, half of my family is African American, and they actually switched from Democrat to Republican.
This election?
Yes, this election. And but I like just like some of my friends, like friends that are girls, bawling their eyes out. My whole TikTok For You page, like I was on a flight earlier, and like I opened my phone full volume on TikTok, and it's just like some girl screaming, "Why the f did you guys do this?" I'm just like, all right, bro, like chill. It's not that serious. Like they think that like, I don't even know, like women's rights are like so bad that they're just like Trump is just gonna like kill you or something. It's like, it's not that serious. Abortion is done. Like it was already in the Supreme Court. Like even if she was in, you're still gonna have the same rights as if Donald Trump was in, right? So it's just, it's so silly to me.
It's very funny that they're that passionate about abortion. Like that means that much to them.
You want to kill a baby that bad?
That bad.
Like it's that crazy that my whole TikTok For You page is like everybody screaming and crying. Like, oh come on, like you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a little bit too much. I feel like they don't do like their due diligence when it comes to research. No. They just think like, Kamala Harris told me to do one thing, so I'm gonna do that, and then if she loses, I'm just gonna bawl my eyes out.
NPCs. Yeah, like, there's a lot of straight up bots walking around.
Yeah, literally.
Not ever with any thoughts. But yeah, man, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Too, bro.
So you're for Palestine.
Yes.
How can we help the? Well, let me ask you this: what are your problems with the Free Palestine movement?
My problem?
Yeah, do you have any?
No, not really. Just the people who pretend like that they follow the like they want Palestine to be free, but they're only doing it for a trend. That's my only problem. People who do it for the views, people who do it for their pages, for their Instagrams. That's mostly it.
There's a lot of people that don't care, but are always protesting, and they just latch onto this movement, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. How do we separate those people from the movement? Because I think it's muddying it up, and they think that Free Palestine is a bunch of just crazy liberals.
To be honest, I don't really think at this point we can separate the two, because people have attempted it, but then it's caused division, and at times like these, division is the last thing that we need. So as of right now, I don't have a solution for that. I think that we need to be united as much as we can, even though I dislike the people who do it for the trend. It's support. It's still support, and it's still benefiting us in some way.
What do you think about Trump winning?
No thoughts. Both candidates were genocidal freaks to me. I didn't vote for anyone actually. So to be honest, to me it didn't really matter. And to the Democrats who are sad about this, I guess this will show them that like genocide is a red line. It's not something that we're willing to cross. And
what do you want to see in the next 4 years now that Trump's in office?
My only concern is a free Palestine, that's all. I already know that Trump isn't going to give that to us, so I'll say for now a ceasefire in Gaza, and then moving forward, just an extermination of the state of Israel. But again, that really can't necessarily be done, especially with a candidate that so wholeheartedly supports Israel. So for me, as of right now, it's just a ceasefire.
Do you love America?
No.
Why are you here?
Because my parents came here, my parents are immigrants, they wanted a better life for us. And though America does have better opportunities, I will admit that, it's disheartening to be in a country that supports the killing of my own people, because I am Palestinian. So living in a country that's killing my own people is very disheartening and makes me dislike it very much. Again, I understand that there is better opportunities here and that it is technically safer than back home. But again, it's very disheartening and very disgusting even to see what they're doing.
Yeah, I can understand your perspective. Are you a feminist?
Not Western feminism.
What type of feminist?
Islamic feminist, I'll say that.
What is an Islamic feminist?
So Islam has its own views on feminism, which I think are the preferred views. I think it's the better views, actually, because with Western feminism, they pick and choose what they want to advocate for and what they actually care about, which is usually like white feminism. But with Islamic feminism, it's all about equality and the rights of a woman that
rights a woman has in Islam, which is a variety of things, which I really respect, to be honest, as a Muslim, and I love it. When I've compared the two, I've always realized that Islam is just more fair and actually cares about everyone, not just a certain group of people.
Can you describe, so what is it exactly? How would you describe Islamic feminism? I've never heard that before.
I'm not gonna even call it feminism, honestly. Like, I'll just say Islamic rights for a woman, because, again, feminism, I feel like that term gets mixed up a lot, and it's very pick and choose. So, for me, Islamic feminism, it's a woman's rights in an Islamic marriage. It's a woman's rights with her partner, when in a household, with her parents, her rights with her parents, her rights with her brothers, her rights Islamically, even like the way that we dress and the way that we protect ourselves from these men. I believe that that is feminism. I believe that that is empowering for women to protect ourselves and to cover ourselves up and only be seen by those that we trust, not by every onlooking eye.
Peace. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you for coming on. Yeah. Alaikum salam. Thanks for coming on. Chad, I'm glad she gave the right answer on Islamic feminism. I thought she was going to give some Starbucks hijabi answer. Instead, she said real female empowerment is covering up your beauty.
In Islam, we believe in feminism because 1400 years ago, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through him, Allah gave rights for women, and Allah did a lot of time through Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Adam alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam. So yeah, Islam has everything. Islam is the reality, Islam is the mindset, Islam is the economy, Islam is the business, Islam is the fun, everything. In Islam, we have everything. So we believe in feminism, not those kind of feminism that narrated by Western world.
Trump won, are you happy?
I don't care.
Why not?
It doesn't make a difference to me.
She doesn't care.
Okay, did you vote?
I voted.
For Kamala?
I did.
So you took a loss, you're not upset?
Not at all.
People around you upset?
Yeah, but I don't care.
Okay, why don't you care?
Like I said, it doesn't really affect me. Yeah.
So why did you vote?
Why did I vote? I thought I could make a difference. I voted at like 8 p.m. I thought my one vote would make a difference, but I guess it didn't.
Well, it's New York, so the Electoral College usually goes blue.
All right, so I guess I did make a difference.
I think everyone in their small way does, you know?
Yeah. Go me.
Why did you vote for Kamala and not Trump?
I just like people of color, and he doesn't. Simple as that.
I met him. He was a cool guy. He didn't try to whip me.
Yet. Not yet.
You think he hates people of color?
I think so. I know so.
You know so?
I can't say I know so because I haven't asked him, but I'm like 99% sure he does.
What makes you think he hates brown people?
What he says, what he does, it's clear. The proof is in the pudding.
Like what? What does he say?
Somebody called Puerto Rico a big island of trash. The way he treated Puerto Rico during the hurricane. I'm not too much into politics, but you know what people say, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that was a comedian. Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, he came on stage and said that Puerto Rico's a piece of trash. It wasn't Trump.
No, but thank you.
All right, thanks for coming on. Are you happy about Trump winning? Why?
You don't have enough time. This is a 1-minute podcast, right?
Let's try to fit it.
We need 2 hours. The man is a horrible human being. The man is hateful. The man, first of all, he's a con man. He has been a con man from the word go. I grew up in Queens. I know it for a fact. His father was a con man. They were miserable. If you were a person of color, you were not going to get one of their apartments. Well, that's never changed. So this guy's taken us down a very, very dark road. And I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I mean, he wants to turn this into a fascist country.
You didn't like his first term?
No. There's nothing to like. I'm sorry, dude.
That's your train?
Get there.
Real quick, let me ask you one more. What do you want to see in the next 4 years from Trump?
I want to see him sleep all 4 years. I don't want to see him do anything.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth, man.
I want that.
He's dangerous.
I want that.
I'm telling you, he's dangerous.
You won, though.
I want that.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that just means a lot of people made a mistake. Seriously.
Ramsey, are you happy about Trump winning?
I'm torn. I would have felt torn either way. It's really interesting. I've been having these conversations all day. Up until a month ago, I was excited for Trump to win because I thought that the last time he was in office, he caused a lot of people to look at the country and where it is at the moment, and to look at themselves and how maybe they've been complacent in watching the government take control of things. Up until last month, I let like my friends and friends from like Brazil really like get into my head that I needed to vote for Kamala. Because, you know, in Brazil there was Bolsonaro. He was the ruler, he was the prime minister down there, and he was hardcore. He's like vehemently and like verbatim said, black people, gays, indigenous people. Like he said that. And so my friends in Brazil thought that he would be emboldened to start that kind of rhetoric again. And so in me wanting Trump to win, it wasn't because I think that Trump is the truth. I think that Trump is about money. I think a common argument that I've heard from people is that he's about Jesus, and they think that he believes in Jesus Christ, and I think that's hilarious. I think money is God for Trump, and that's fine. But to say that he's like all about God is, and that's why we're voting for him, that's like ridiculous to me.
What religion is Kamala Harris?
Jamaican? Nah, I don't know. my thing is I wasn't gonna vote for anybody based on their religious beliefs, period. I didn't like Kamala Harris because, one, you know, as a black person in the States, she's been terrible for black men in California. I know people firsthand that she put in jail and called them like super predators, young teenagers who she like wouldn't have given a second chance at life. So I never was really for Kamala Harris. I'm an environmentalist. I'm a lifeguard at Rockaway Beach. I love the ocean. I see how fracking is detrimental to to the environment. I spent time at Standing Rock in North Dakota, like fighting the pipeline because I care about the rivers and indigenous rights in the States. So it's not like I'm for Kamala or Trump.
What do you want to see the most in the next 4 years?
I want to see the people feel emboldened enough to create something outside of a two-party system. I want people to feel emboldened enough to be like, neither of these parties are representing our interests or the future of this country. I want people to feel emboldened to think that they have the power to change.
Thank you, I appreciate that, bro.
How do you feel about Trump?
I'm very happy. Big win.
Why?
Big win. Look, I think he did the best with the economy in his first term. I think he's going to do the best geopolitically based on the options we have. And I'm very happy that he believes in simple things like two genders. He's going to get the transgenders out of, you know, children's bathrooms. Like he's back to some sort of normalcy. And I think people just voted for Kamala Harris because she's black, even though she's Indian. She's not even Jamaican. So I think it's really silly. I'm tired of like woke people and liberals trying to control everything with more policing and abortion. I'm sick of them, so seeing them cry kind of makes me laugh.
Why are you anti-abortion?
Same reason I'm anti-murder. Murder's bad. Killing is bad. I don't know why we tell women like, oh look, you should have choice. Why don't they just close your legs? Close your legs. What's wrong with you?
I don't agree with that either.
You don't agree that they should close their legs?
Then the man shouldn't be inside of the legs. It's a two.
Well, I mean, she allows it to go in.
Two to tango, baby.
But they make it a woman's right, and she also has the right to close her legs, and she should.
And a man also has a right not to have sex with women.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't either. Yeah, we should stop having.
You can't blame it on one of the. It takes two to tango. But besides that, all right, there are anomalies, but do you also think that there are people that are not born either male or female?
No, I don't believe in that.
You don't believe that there are people that are born?
I believe in mental illness. I don't believe in.
Besides trans people, I'm talking about intersex people. You don't think that?
Of course, that's an outlier. Yeah, but that's not.
There are anomalies for sure.
Yeah, but that's not the issue. That's not the problem that we're talking about. When you see like grown men with beards and Adam's apples wearing a dress going to a bathroom, it's not an intersex person. These are freaks.
Well, what about intersex people? Do they not have a right to be represented?
They do.
By our government?
They do, yeah.
And so when we come with this, I'm not saying that trans people should be in the Olympics. You know, I'm not saying trans people should be in the Olympics. A trans woman against a born woman. I'm not saying that. But to exclude the government and the existence of although anomalies, these people have a right to health care and representation.
They do.
I'm not talking about trans people.
Neither am I, so we agree. Trump won. Are you happy?
No.
Why?
I've worked in the city. I've done city budgeting. I know how much funding we have that comes from the feds, and I know how much it's going to be slashed. I love this city, and, it sucks.
Are you upset?
Yeah.
How are you dealing with the pain?
I am trying to put one foot in front of the other and recognize that if I can make individual action, organizing, mutual aid, that I can do that, and that the world's going to keep moving.
How are you going to fight back against Trump for the next 4 years while he's in office?
Right now, I don't know. And that's the scariest thing. I wish there was an easy way to say that I am prepared to take X, Y, and Z action steps. But it's overwhelming and it's scary, and I'm going to do what I can as it comes up. And other than that, I don't know.
What scares you the most about Trump?
The people that he's going to put in charge. The demagoguery that comes with having a despot.
Are you a feminist?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
To me, equal rights. Simple as that.
What rights do women not have that men have?
Well, bodily autonomy for one. We've seen that play out across the ballots.
Doesn't Trump say he wants to leave it to the states?
This is my train. But leave it to the states. How much are you going to leave it to the states when they're talking about federal bans? That just sounds like an excuse.
Trump won. Are you happy?
No comment.
Oh, okay. Are you a feminist?
Let's just say I'm a Gen X feminist.
Whoa. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. I think that feminism has changed a lot in the past 25 years.
What was it back in your day?
It's a complicated question. Expectations have changed a lot for what it was back then versus what it was now.
What advice would you give to my generation of Gen Z?
Just work your ass off to get what you want, and don't expect anything to be handed to you.
And what would you want to see in the next 4 years now that Trump's undeniably in office?
Honestly, I want to see a lot more changes in the healthcare system, changes in immunization schedules, changes in the food system. So those are my priorities.
Yeah. Food system? What's wrong with the food system?
Just with GMOs, and just that they're basically been poisoning us for many years.
So you should ban GMOs?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you vote for Jill Stein or something?
What's that?
Did you vote for Jill Stein or Green Party or something like that?
I guess so, but just I think RFK. Unfortunately, I wish he would have gotten a little bit more push through, but
he endorsed Trump.
Yeah, right, yeah. So I think fingers crossed he can help influence.
You shop at farmers markets.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and you have a lot of plants in your house.
I'd like to say, I have a house upstate too, so at the house upstate I do, but not as much in the city.
So what do you do in the city?
I'm in marketing.
Okay, you come here to work.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I live here.
You don't seem too upset about the result.
All I can say is I'm just glad that RFK's going to be helping him along. Yeah.
What makes you trust RFK?
He just has the same values that I do, so that's the one big thing that.
What's one thing you would say to Trump now that he's the president-elect, if he was listening?
Hoping that he and RFK can collaborate together on a lot of initiatives.
Okay. And what about the leftists, like my generation? You said that we need to put one foot in front of the other, but it seems like you think maybe we're a little too extreme when it comes to liberalism.
I don't know. That's a hard question. I don't know. That's just a hard question. I think Gen X was very accepting. a lot of diversities, you know, a long time ago, you know, a while ago, and I think that it might be a misconception that the current generation doesn't think that Gen X is accepting of a lot of diversity, but in reality they are. So it's just, you know, don't want to blanket us to not accepting diversity, but we do.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
RFK. She was nice. Nice lady. People like her have good intentions. Like, I think a lot of it, if we were women, we'd probably end up like her. You vote for Trump?
I did, of course.
Are you happy?
Of course.
What do you want to see the most in the next 4 years?
Mass deportations, more safety for people. I guess abortion's kind of crazy because it's staying the same the past 5 years as it did. So everyone reacting about that's kind of wild. It's going back to the States. So people here can still kind of do their thing. Nothing's really going to change about that. Would love to stop sending aid to other countries when we have people here suffering. Would love to take care of them first as well. I don't know. I think we're in for a really good show.
Just seen a lot of libs crying around you?
Unfortunately, not around me, but I can tell the vibe in the city's a little off right now, and I think it's a good thing. I think they did a little wake up call.
I know they held power for too long. It's good to be back, huh?
It is, man. It is. We've been hiding a little bit, and I think it's good to kind of speak your mind, and I think it's good for them to speak their mind too. And I think it's healthy to kind of have a good debate, good dialogue, and hopefully, you know, Trump is able to bring that for us.
Well, I want to debate a dialogue. I've been here for 2 hours. They're all kind of afraid. I mean, they're a little angry. They're kind of pissed off.
They have nothing to say, man.
Hey, loud and proud though. Where's your hat? If we should represent. You know what? I used to be a little bit afraid to do it. Where's your? It's a nice hat.
I have two at home. I just came from work, so I'd probably get fired if I wore it. So, but that's a different conversation of itself.
It's crazy that you can't even vote wearing this hat.
No, I can't. No, can't show your political affiliation. Can't express my happiness at work about it. Just gotta pretend that it didn't happen.
Hey, but we can go right now. Hey, we took our country back.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby.
Great to see you.
Love it. Love what you do, SNEAKO.
God bless.
That's the 1 minute podcast. If watched. So if you wanna watch video like this, then please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe this channel. And yeah, by the way, see you in the next video. Goodbye, Free Palestine. Oh my gosh, oh my lord.